What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a chat about some new cards coming for the One Piece TCG. They're coming around in Op-08, and we do have a really nice new Queen card that we can have a look at in a moment. But first of all, we've got one of those new leaders. And the fact that I haven't waited until the final two leaders are shown should tell you how much I like this new Charlotte Pudding. This is another one that does have potential to be absolutely full-on broken. As a side note, they revealed 4 of these in a row, leaders I mean, and then waited ages, and now they've revealed another one. Are we going to get the last one tomorrow? I don't know, this reveal cycle makes no sense. They're also peppering in some starter deck 14 cards in amongst because I don't know why. But this Charlotte Pudding is phenomenal. I do want to point out, and it wasn't some clairvoyant prediction, let's be clear, but I did totally tell you we were getting a purple-yellow Big Mum leader, and the reason very simply is, we know that, we were told from the distributor listings before the set was revealed, we were told there were going to be purple Big Mum pirates in the set. And Big Mum pirates up till now have been very much yellow, so if we were getting purple Big Mum pirates in the set, we kind of had to get a purple-yellow leader. And of course, when I say a purple-yellow Big Mum leader, I don't mean Charlotte Linlin, I mean a Big Mum pirate of any description. Here it just happens to be Charlotte Pudding, and this one is a little bit broken. Now, I've done the translation myself here, but I've checked with people like Lovely Orange Samurai D just in case. But what we've got here is, when attacking, turn the top 2 cards of your life face up, and then add a Don from your Don deck rested. Now, couple of ruling things before we get going, because this is very important. It does not say up to 2 of the top cards of your life. It says 2 cards from the top of your life. You cannot just turn 1 card over. It has to be 2. Do you have to do this? Yes, you absolutely do. Remember, when we've got these cards and you've got the bold writing before the colon, that is something that has to be done. What if the cards are already face up? Well, then you can't turn them face up, can you? That's kind of the point. Yes, there are a lot of things that are going to stop this skill's firing. The fact that it's got to be 2 cards, not 1. The fact that they've got to not already be face up. And do remember, it is an attacking skill, which really isn't the end of the world, of course, given that you're going to swing with your leader most turns anyway. But yeah, there are going to be plenty of turns where you don't have 2 unrevealed cards at the top of your life, so you can't fire this off. Although, there's ways to get around that, we'll look at that in a minute. But look, the main discussion about this card, and I'm not the first one to say it, and I'm not the only one to say it, but I'm going to be the one to say it right now. 10 cost Big Mum. Like, this is 10-drop Big Mum all over. Essentially, what you're trying to do here is cheat Big Mum out a little bit earlier. Big Mum is one of the best cards in the game. Now, I have long contended that it should not be a banned card, and the reason I've long contended it shouldn't be a banned card is because it's not been good enough, because it's only really been good in Charlotte Katakuri decks, and when you look at the meta share of Charlotte Katakuri decks, it's not been high enough. Yes, it's absolutely a phenomenal card, no argument there, but when it's the best card in a deck that's 10 to 15% of the meta, that does not tell me that card needs to be banned. The thing is, we've now got another chance, so to speak. Yeah, we know that we've got the Charlotte Linlin from Starter Deck 7, but we also know that that's not good enough, because if it was, well, we'd be seeing a lot more play. And yeah, we got the Charlotte Linlin from OP03, but again, if that was going to be the one that broke the 10-drop Big Mum, it would be breaking it right now. Only Charlotte Katakuri has been a good, viable, really playable Big Mum's Pirates leader, and I know the others have seen play here and there, not what I'm saying. I'm saying only Charlotte Katakuri has been good enough. Well, Charlotte Pudding, now we've got something a little bit different, because this is going to get your Big Mum out. I mean, look, realistically, you should be able to get 2 or 3 extra Don with this skill in the first few turns. You should be able to get 2 or 3 extra Don, which essentially brings this down to a 7 cost. Now, I know it is a 10 cost, but you're getting it out with a speed of a 7 cost. But that's not actually the whole story, because the whole point here is this is purple and yellow. That means you can use all of those other purple cards that ramp Don. How about the Mr. 2 Bonclay Bentham from EB01? On play, add up to 1 Don from your Don deck active. So now when you got 4 Don, all of a sudden you play this, and it goes up to 5 Don, plus of course you've got your skill, so that's at least 6 Don when you should have 4, and of course we can always keep going up from there. How about the Zoro Juro from Op-05? When attacking, if you've got 3 or fewer life cards, add up to 1 Don from your Don deck and set it as active. Bearing in mind, one thing that yellow can do is take their own life. We've seen this time and again. So you turn over the top 2 cards of your life, boom, there's an extra Don. And then you just let your opponent take some life, or you take them yourself. And then you show the next 2 cards of your deck, oh boom, there's an extra Don, and then every time you play a Zoro, there's an extra Don as well. You see where I'm going with this? There are other ways. It's not just the leader, although the leader is very good, don't get me wrong. The leader is lovely, but there are other things we can do here to make sure we're getting this Don out nice and quickly in the game, and that's kind of my point. Miss Doublefinger from Op-05. On play, trash a card from your hand, and then add a Don card from your Don deck. Rest it. There are plenty of ways to get extra Don. And that's kind of my point here. We got a bunch of cards. I've not told you all of them, right? I've given you a few examples. There are plenty of ways to get extra Don, but they're not available. We've not had, and this is one of the big points about this card, we've not had a purple-yellow leader up to now, other than Crocodile, and of course, Crocodile isn't a Big Mum leader. Although if you want a purple and yellow, yes, we've got Crocodile. In order for Big Mum to work, you've got to be playing a Big Mum leader, a Big Mum Pirates leader. And in order to cheat Big Mum out faster, you really need to be able to play purple, because purple is where we've got all these Don ramping cards. Well, now we've got a purple-yellow Big Mum leader with a skill that can ramp extra Don as well. And I'm not saying this is the only thing that's good about this leader. I'm not. But I absolutely am saying that at first look, oh no, yeah, you better believe this is one of the things about this leader that makes me very, very, very excited. This is a card that is going to see a huge amount of play. People are going to be testing this leader, and it could legit end up broken. And look, a couple other things to point out. All those great yellow cards that we've been playing in decks like Katakuri up till now, that have proven to be absolutely brilliant. And it's not just your 10-drop Big Mum. It's also stuff like Charlotte Cracker that's got double attack. Or things like the other Charlotte Linlin from Starter Deck 7, which fine isn't a 2-life swing. You either gain or your opponent loses, as opposed to the 10-drop where it's both. But you know what? Still pretty good. Honestly, that's still pretty gosh darn good. And one thing to remember, and I keep stressing this, but I'm sorry, I've got to mention it again. This is not it. We haven't seen any of the purple Big Mum Pirates from Op-08. We've just seen the yellow ones that we've had previously. We know there are purple Big Mum Pirates coming in this set. We know for a fact that that's coming. And we were told it by distributors, but now the leader kind of makes that obvious as well. And now all of a sudden, this is only going to get better. It's absurd. Absolutely absurd. Now, what I did say earlier about the fact that, you know, you got to turn your Don up, and that's a bit of a pain. Well, we know yellow can take its own Don, or you can just let your opponent attack and take Don if they want to, and then that essentially gets rid of the face-up Don so you can turn more face-up. But you know what? How about something like the 2-cost Sanji from Op-03? Don X2, when attacking, you may add the top or bottom card of your life to your hand, and then add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to your life. What you're doing there is cycling your Don. But another way to look at it is, you're picking up your face-up life so that you can put down a face-down life and all of a sudden it's going to get easier to have 2 face-down life on top of your life, and oh look, that is exactly where we want to be. So it looks great now, it looks brilliant now, and it is literally this leader only going to get better as more purple Big Mum pirates are going to be revealed, some of whom may even have Don ramping skills. Now, I did promise you that we were going to be looking at a new queen as well. I can be nice and quick with this one. Queen is your generic animal pirate kingdom searcher. One costs 2,000 power, counter plus 1,000. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Find an animal kingdom pirates other than Queen, put it into your hand, put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. It is, of course, an on-play skill. It's blatantly nummy. Like, we've seen this a bazillion times at this point. We've seen this skill a million times with a million different cards. This is, I believe, exactly the same as Op-01 Nummy, except obviously it's Black Queen rather than Red Nummy. And it searches for an Animal Kingdom pirate other than Queen, rather than a Straw Hat crew other than Nami. But same cost, same power, same counter, same equivalent skill. Yeah, there we go. We don't need to spend a lot of time talking about Queen, which is why Queen gets popped in on the end of this video, where we're really mostly concentrating on Charlotte Puddin'. But look, there is a new generic searcher out. Obviously, it fits very nicely with the King leader that I showed you the other day. If you're playing Black Animal Kingdom Pirates, you're going to want to play this. As a side note, until Op-08, there is no such thing as Animal Kingdom Pirates in Black. It's just not a thing. So we don't have a Black Animal Kingdom Pirate searcher, or at least we didn't. But of course, if you're playing King, your Black Purple leader, this will search for your Black Animal Kingdom pirates that are coming in this set. But it will also search for your Purple Animal Kingdom pirates that we've had for a while. Very good card, and we know to deal with these generic searchers. If Animal Kingdom Pirates in Black is good, Queen is going to see a lot of play. If it's not, it's not. There we go. But Charlotte Puddin', ho 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 ho. I mean, look, I've been banging the drum for Marco since Marco was revealed. I've been telling you that Marco looks absolutely full-on broken, and it does, incidentally, let's be clear. But I'm telling you right now, Charlotte Puddin' also looks absolutely ridiculous, and the idea that you can get Big Mum out potentially 2 to 3 turns earlier, Op-08 is shaping things up nicely. Op-08, when it hits the metagame, is going to be, it's going to be fun. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.